Good morning, everybody. It is 9 a.m. Thanks for clicking on our streaming newscast that we call Daybreak-plus on WGRZ-Plus. Just seconds ago, Patrick and I were looking at this. Oh, you changed it.
Well, we're going to go back and do a little Canadian geography.
Okay. Before we get to that, let's do Western New York geography. We're taking a look at some of the bitter cold temperatures. It started yesterday. It's even worse today. You definitely need to bundle up because these temps that we see here,
but
the wind chills make it that much worse.
I walked outside. I feel like yesterday felt worse.
Because?
There was more wind.
And less sunshine?
Yes. Although
it was sunny yesterday.
Okay, just turn it. This one goes to 11. 11 is the number. So it's still very cold.
Yeah.
There is a wind chill, too.
And the sun is deceiving. Although you're saying it feels better, I just think it looks nice.
Yes,
and it really
I know.
isn't.
But I walked outside yesterday at this hour, and it was miserable. Today, it just didn't feel as bad. I'm going to interrupt. Walking, I'm sick of walking in snow and ice and worrying that I'm going to slip. I mean, we just have not had any thaw to take care. And the salt and the de-icing methods just aren't working. What is going on? I don't know. I'm trying to get the Canadian map going again.
We were having a lot of fun looking at that Canadian geography.
No, the weather computer, there we go.
Here
okay,
it is.
So
Moosonee, which is
is
a warm 0.
Right. 14 is at Chitchat.
Chitchat.
It's a very talkative place.
And Baie-Comeau, or Baie-Comeau?
I have no idea.
I have no idea.
What about Isle Rouge? Is that right? Anyway, just Canada's got some interesting Moosonee.
Oh, yeah.
And then you've got a place that I love to holiday, and that's in Dead Horse.
Because who wouldn't want to visit Dead Horse?
I think that's in Alaska. Yellowknife, 11 below.
Is that right? Arpt?
Arviat. Arviat Airport. Yes, it's an international hub.
Like Arpt?
You go over there, I'll finish the weather. That didn't scream airport, didn't?
No.
Okay.
I'm going to go.
It's been a long morning. All right, let's get to it. Show you what we got going.
Do we really have 24 minutes of this left?
All right, let's get to the headlines. Bitter cold. The wind chills will be near 10 below 0 for a while, in the single digits below 0 as we head into the afternoon. Snow near Lake Ontario. The Lake Ontario shoreline is going to see some snow showers coming off the lake right along the shoreline there. And then the cold is with us all week. A chance of some light snow on Thursday, a little more widespread. Today, 15, there is a chance of a few snow showers this afternoon. Down to 8 tonight, and then tomorrow, 18 degrees. There is the heavy lake effect snow into Oswego, New York. This band of snow is going to flirt, though, with the Lake Ontario shore, which is why there could be some snow showers in northern and central parts of Orleans County, Niagara County as well, and you can see some of that there. I think this band is going to organize a little bit as we go through the day today. So places like Yates and Carleton, Ridgeway, Somerset, could see some snow today that accumulates. If that snow band really does form, and it appears Future Look really wants to get it going. Also, a chance of a few snow showers coming in off Lake Erie into Buffalo possibly this afternoon. Notice temperatures, though, only in the teens, so it is going to be very cold. Here's a closer look across Lake Ontario shore. There are the snow showers that continue, and it looks like it's going to be a cold, snowy period near the escarpment. All right, wind chills this afternoon, 2 to 5 degrees below 0. Overnight tonight, we're going to see wind chills down into the 10 to 15 degree below 0. Maybe not as cold as it was this morning, but still cold. And then wind chills staying chilly tomorrow. In the afternoon, though, we finally go above 0 with the wind chills. And in terms of snow, again, right along the Lake Ontario shore, there can be some heavier amounts, especially the closer to Rochester you get. 8 to 16 inches is possible through tomorrow. Okay. Very cold, wind chills near 10 below, partly sunny, winds gusting to 30 miles an hour. Tonight, frigid, wind chills once again down to 10 below 0. Long range forecast, some snow showers today, tomorrow, and Thursday for Niagara County, Orleans County. Also for Buffalo, especially Thursday, but maybe a few snow showers this afternoon as well. milder numbers for the weekend. Upper 20s, close to 30 on Saturday. Low to mid 30s on Sunday. Mid to upper 30s potentially on Monday. And for the south towns in the southern tier, we're also going to see, again, cold weather, but mainly dry. Perhaps a few snow showers tomorrow, but a better chance of that looks like Thursday of next week. The end of this week, I should say.
And seeing drier days is nice because we really have seen snow almost every single day in the beginning of for this year, in 2025.
And it's not just here in the New England mountains, up into the Adirondacks and places in Vermont have had measurable snow for 50 straight days, 50. So it's been basically since the flip of the calendar, it's been a cold and snowy period, no doubt.
Where last winter for us, it was, significant big storms and then nothing.
The last 2 winters have been big situations followed by a thaw and a warm up. This has been more persistent cold.
All right, we'll talk more about the forecast in a bit. We do want to get to our other big story this morning. NBC News has released new video of that plane crash at Toronto's Pearson Airport. You can see it here. It hit the runway really hard there before you see an orange flash of fire and black smoke filling the air. It's just unbelievable. We're trying to figure out exactly how and why that plane landed the way it did. And then it flipped upside down, as you see here. You've probably seen this video either on air or online, being shared on social media. It all happened yesterday around 2:30 in the afternoon. Delta Airlines flight from Minnesota ran into some sort of issue when landing at Pearson. According to NBC News, no one was killed, but at least 18 people did suffer minor injuries. A lot of questions circulating online, and it could take some time for those questions to be answered. But here's what we know so far. Delta Airlines Flight 4819 coming from Minnesota, 80 people on board, 76 passengers and 4 crew members. There was a brief ground stop after this crash, but everything is pretty much back to normal at Pearson this morning. However, 2 runways will likely still be closed for the next few days while the Transportation Safety Board of Canada investigates.
Walking to this fence, and I could see a CRJ that is possibly crashed on the airport. The airplane is flipped.
It is nerve-wracking. I'm not gonna be. I'm gonna be completely honest. It is nerve-wracking.
I really didn't feel safe at all today because there's so much stuff going on.
A lot of people are wondering whether weather did play a role in what happened, especially since the right wing of the plane did rip off the aircraft, so wondering whether it was weather or something mechanical with the plane. NBC News spoke with an aviation expert about all of this, and here's what he had to say.
That's what they're going to look at to start with. Where is that wing and how did it leave the airplane? With it being that gusty, I think it's possible the wing may have touched the runway due to a gust. And if that's the case, then the rest of this makes sense. But the recorders are going to show that.
Okay, so Patrick, what was the weather like in Toronto yesterday?
So it was 18 degrees. It was windy. Wind gusts of 40 miles an hour. And then we're hearing reports that there may have been a crosswind because, they align planes taking off and landing into the wind. That's why they have different runways at different directions.
Right.
So it was clearly a sustained wind out of I think it was the west. So the air, it was landing into the wind. But if there was a crosswind, that can adjust the wing. But you saw the video. It doesn't look like, it looks like it just comes down hard.
Right.
I mean, you can't diagnose a video.
Right, we can't speculate.
No, but
But also 45-mile-per-hour wind gust. I mean, while it's gusty, it's not that bad.
There's this, we're so glad that everybody survived.
Oh,
and there's just...
It's a miracle that there weren't more serious injuries.
There's another little ripple effect to this, and I witnessed this. There was a horrible plane crash at San Francisco International Airport years ago. Now remember, that plane, the crash site stays there. So planes that are coming in
have to see it.
The passengers see that. I was landing at SFO, and we could see this. That was the plane that blew up on approach to San Francisco, and you landed and you saw the wreckage.
Right.
So that's just a very uneasy feeling.
I think a lot of people might be uneasy about flying right now, but
Right.
it is one of the safest methods of transportation. Now, of course, there have been a lot of significant crashes this year. Obviously, the one in the Potomac, right at Reagan, the one in Alaska, there was one in Philadelphia, and now this one.
And then there was the Vince Neil's plane with Motley Crue in or somewhere in Scottsdale.
Right,
Arizona.
and so those were all this year.
All within the last month.
Yeah.
It was like.
And personally, as a mom, Elliot did ask me, he's like, Mommy, is it safe to fly? He had to fly this week. So many people are flying because it's February break, and a lot of people, by the way, flying in and out of Pearson from here because it's sometimes cheaper to fly out of Toronto than it is Buffalo. So having those conversations with your child or with someone who just doesn't like to fly about, no, it is safe, but it's just right now there have been more than we'd like to think about.
Just think about how many flights occur each and every day.
Right.
But yes, it does appear that these accidents have just been oddly grouped together.
Yeah, but I was listening on the news this morning. There was another agency that was talking about even the number of near misses on the runways has gone down significantly this year compared to prior years. But there's also the concern with some cuts to the FAA that were announced over the weekend, that is this the right time to be cutting those jobs? So it's something that we certainly will be looking into, but a lot of aviation concerns right now. And we do have a Channel 2 crew on their way back up to Toronto. We were the only local station that was at Toronto last night when this happened. And so we will be going there once again today. They'll be gathering details from officials, trying to get some new perspective from witnesses as well. And we'll have a live update beginning at 4 p.m. on WGRZ Channel 2. And you can also download our news app for the latest developments as well. But that's some of the new video that came out after daybreak this morning, and the Today Show had that video. A lot of people will be studying it to find out exactly why that plane came down the way it did. But remarkable that it flipped upside down, and people said that they were hanging there like, monkeys with their with the seatbelts. Everyone was belted in and had to undo the seatbelts and made their way out.
And according to one of the guys that was interviewed on the Today Show, everybody kept calm, reasonably calm.
Wow.
And they were also told, don't get your stuff.
Oh,
Get out.
Yeah. All right, so we will be following that. Switching gears now, let's talk hockey. The finals of the Four Nations face-off is set. So Thursday night, this is going to be quite a game. U.S. versus Canada. The Canadians punched their ticket yesterday by holding on to beat Finland by a score of 5-3. Then last night, Sweden actually did beat the U.S. to pick up their first win of the tournament, but U.S. already had clinched its spot in the final. So it sets up a rematch of this past Saturday night when U.S. played Canada, and there were 3 fights in the first 10 seconds. So if that's any indication, this game is likely going to be a good one. The puck drops Thursday at 8 p.m. You know why there were so many fights at the beginning of the game?
Oh, because of the booing?
There was booing. The fans were booing the American national anthem. The Canadian fans were. So it's likely going to be very testy.
Yes, it's
all right. We will be right back after this. Stay with us.
It's terrible.
Professional baseball player Jackie Robinson became the first African American to play in Major League Baseball in the modern era. Robinson broke the color line when he started at first base for the Brooklyn Dodgers. 2 on Your Side proudly celebrates Black History Month.
Okay, we are going to be talking forecast again because that's what everyone's talking about right now. It's just how cold it is. Patrick, you had beef with me earlier this year when I was complaining about how cold it was. And you're like, it's not that bad. Stop complaining about the cold. Am I allowed to complain now?
So here's the deal. I mean, yes, I think there was a time when cold and snow equaled negative energy. Yes, there were parts of yesterday that were just awful. I get it. But there are some benefits to the cold and the snow. Snowmobile trails even like in Hamburg and in East Aurora, they're all open. They haven't been this open. They haven't had this kind of season in years. Melissa.
Okay, we'll get back to the forecast in a second. Now, while most of us will be inside to get warm, that's not the case for many essential workers, and NBC's Elizabeth Shores has more.
Vehicles, anything that you do, it all gets logged into here.
Even when it's well below freezing outside, highway patrol troopers like Colton Krantz are making their rounds down the roads. Along with their normal duties, pulling over speeding cars, assisting stranded drivers, the cold weather brings a new set of challenges.
That may or may not be the semi that he was talking about.
This semi's tires blew out while driving down the highway. Sergeant Jeremiah Bone says it's not unusual to get accidents like this when the temperatures drop.
We see a lot more commercial vehicle issues. Truck drivers that come in from the south that don't understand what number 1 diesel is, or put the additive in their diesel. We get a lot of semis that are gelled up, is the term.
He says those trucks might not have enough power to get up a hill and wind up stuck in a lane.
If you see the outside right now, there's tow trucks running like crazy right now with gelled up semis. And those can't be fixed on the sides of the road. They have to be towed.
You got food and water and everything?
Krantz says it's routine to check on stranded drivers to make sure they're okay.
He has heat in his truck. He has food. He was eating a sandwich when I walked up there, actually, he said. So he has water. His batteries and everything are good in his phone. So I just wanted to make sure he was able to get through the next few hours, essentially.
This is especially important when they get stuck on a back road somewhere. He says he and the other troopers offer them rides to nearby hotels or gas stations while they're waiting on a tow truck to get their vehicles.
It's not too often. Sometimes people don't want any help, but if they do and if they need a ride and we can give them help in any way, then we always do. That's our job.
Along with checking on drivers, jump-starting stalled cars is another common occurrence. Bone says it's also routine to increase patrol perimeters to make sure no one's left stranded in the middle of nowhere.
All right, so that was our reporter out in North Dakota, but take a look at this. This is just down the thruway around Herkimer in the capital region. Snow-packed roads, awful winter weather conditions, likely to blame for this accident. New York State police say the pileup involved several tractor trailers and more than a dozen vehicles. And as of this morning, it's not clear if anyone was hurt or how many, but wow, look at that pileup. We'll be following that to find out whether, what the number of casualties may have been and injuries in that. But yeah, bad winter weather across New York State, Patrick, as we were seeing there. I mean, that's between Albany and Utica, essentially.
Yeah, right now there's heavy snow not far from there, up towards Oswego, where the heavy snow has been kind of focused. So region-wide, the atmosphere is kind of quieting down. But if you're along the Lake Ontario shore, that's where lake snows are still possible today, tonight, and into tomorrow. There could be a couple of snow showers across Buffalo as we head into the afternoon. The big story, though, is the cold. The cold weather alerts, though, have expired for this morning. So temperatures are beginning to warm up a bit, if you want to call it that. The worst of the wind chills are behind us. Now we're in the teens for afternoon numbers. Wind chills still, though, a few degrees either side of zero. Overnight tonight, we're going to see single digits and some lake snows continue from Wilson and Yates, Alcott, those spots, Newfane potentially. And then as we head into tonight, again, single digits turn into teens tomorrow once again. And it looks like mainly dry, but I kind of believe there could be some snow showers around. As that cold air crosses an open Lake Ontario, that can stir up a few snow showers potentially just about anywhere, quite frankly. Very cold, wind chills near 10 below, partly sunny, westerly winds 15 to 25, gusting to 30. Frigid with wind chills once again and below zero by quite a bit. Snow showers for Niagara County and Orleans County today and tomorrow. Light snow area-wide on Thursday. For Friday, quiet. Saturday, too. Niagara County may get clipped with a little snow on Sunday. Temperatures climbing into the mid to maybe even upper 30s for next week for the south towns in the southern tier. Again, some snow showers in the hills, but light snow for everyone, it looks like, on Thursday. Temperatures mid to upper 30s next Monday, but then it may start getting cold again.
Are you serious?
Yeah. Long-range charts do not really suggest any big warm-up anytime soon. In fact, there's a potential of another slap of cold air to start March. So let's not get ahead of ourselves. The bottom line is we just don't see a big weather pattern flip. But again, no widespread snow. It's just cold.
I don't know. I can't take it anymore.
I'm getting a little worried about her. Are you with me, folks?
I need one of those vitamin D lamps, I think.
I have one in the back.
Do you?
I have one in my little locker. I will put it on your desk.
Bring it to my desk, please. I have a heater under my desk, but I also use
Would
the
you
heater.
use that in the middle of the summer?
I do use it in the middle of the summer. I'm always cold. I have a blanket with me everywhere I go in here. My heat at home is cranked up to like 74 right now. I just can't take it anymore, and I think it's also affecting me mentally. Patrick really is going to get it right now. And I also feel like this snow is not going to melt by the time St. Patrick's Day parade when we're walking in it on March 16th this year.
Here it is.
He's coming back. What is this?
It's a light. It's
so
it's
kind.
natural sunlight.
Will it make me happy?
This is called
It's a start.
Happy Box. Okay.
That and a bottle of Sauvignon Blanc, and I'm good to go.
I'm gonna put this on your desk. You just turn it on, and it's natural. Well, it mimics sunlight, so
Okay.
it's the kind of light that will make your frown turn upside down.
Oh, Patrick, thank you.
Yes.
Okay, we'll give that a try. I'll have a full report back tomorrow on how this light is working for me.
All right.
Okay, how about some drama not involving me and my depression over the weather, but Bills drama right now. Yeah, some off-season drama could be bubbling for the Bills. Social media users have pointed out that James Cook has unfollowed the Bills' official account, and he also took down nearly all photos of him in a Bills uniform except for his Pro Bowl picture. Running back James Cook is a free agent, and he did lead the AFC with 18 total touchdowns in the regular season, but it's been revealed that he is seeking a contract around $15 million per year. Do you know, Patrick, that's number 2 in the NFL for running backs.
He's a great running back, but that's just, there's no way they're going to.
Right. Number 1 is Christian McCaffrey at $19 million. Is James Cook second in line under Christian McCaffrey?
This whole social media thing, is it possible he's just doing a reset? I mean,
No.
if you're trying to rally your team to pay you, why do you take down all your Bill stuff? What's he mad about?
Probably because the negotiations aren't going well.
How have they even started yet?
I don't know.
That's my thing. Sometimes this happened with
Do you know how
Diggs.
difficult it is to take down pictures off of social media and like the
doesn't make
process, and then selecting the only one?
You do that to the team that drafted you?
Well, or maybe he's trying to tell other teams, hey, I'll be willing to go. My loyalty is not with the Bills. I'll be willing to go anywhere. Just pay me. That's what it looks like. So I was probably wrong about negotiations. I can't do that yet. But he's certainly showing other teams, I'm not wearing a Bills uniform. I'm good to go somewhere else. It's all about the money.
Maybe this is standard procedure. I don't like the taste of it. The optics are bad.
And
in my opinion.
How easy or difficult will it be for the Bills to be able to get another good running back?
Well, who,
James,
what's his name? Who's the guy that I keep forgetting his name? We've got Ray Davis is a great running back. I mean, we've got a bench of good running backs.
Yeah, but we would need to add to it if we lost James Cook.
I mean, I would love to keep James Cook, but it just seems.
He's also he is a good dude.
Yeah.
He's very kind, and he's great in the locker room, and obviously gets along with Josh Allen really well.
And this is, by the way, this is like his one opportunity, maybe in his career, to get paid.
Right.
So maybe you do whatever you can because this is the kind of money that's going to support his family moving forward. So I don't know.
I just don't want any off-season drama.
No more drama. No.
No more drama. It's a really good
plenty
song.
of it
All right. Bye, everybody.
It's a good song?
Yeah, it's a good song. Well, I'll play it for you later. Bye, everybody.